Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on whichever part of the world you are tuning in from. It's time to get ready for another promising session as we delve into the current market structure of the GBP USD. I'm absolutely thrilled to present to you another insightful analysis with fresh new perspectives and discoveries. Trust me, I have conducted a deep exploration of the current market structure of the pound sterling for you. And in this video, I will be sharing my findings, which of course revolves around simple technical setups that utilizes trend lines, key levels, and of course chart patterns to extract invaluable insight from the historical price movement of the dynamic cable market. Well, the previous week was filled with intense tussle between buyers and sellers, remember? But thank goodness we were able to stay put with our unwavering bullish bias, as it was actually a wise choice, as what appeared to be a tussle actually unfolded to be an accumulation phase, allowing us to capitalize on the impressive uptrend move. And with multiple entries, we scooped over 200 pips in profit. Before we immerse ourselves into the technical details and expectation for the upcoming week, allow me to share with you shots of the key moments that shaped the previous week. Of course, by getting an understanding of where we are coming from, we can better understand the potential path that lies ahead for the new week. And talking about last week, we saw here where our price action was initially caught within a range, and it was looking as if price action is going to drop to the downside. But what we saw here was quite interesting, as we saw bullish momentum build up, and we were anticipating price action to break out of our key level at the 1.27 area to incite that bullish momentum we are looking for. And look at what happened. A lot of choppy situation before the final breakout of that structure happened. And since then, we have been buying at the pound sterling. Though we had situations where price action came back into our entry point, we had short bursts in bullish momentum from that level. Price action came back at every point in time to our entry zone. At one point in time, we had a stop loss, but we were resilient and stayed put with the bias of going bullish. So it was quite an interesting week for us here, as you can see, as we rode the move all the way to the upside during the later part of last week's trading session. So it was quite a profitable week for us all on the GBPUSD, and congratulations to everyone who has been part of this profitable journey. For those who would like to review these commentaries for educational purposes, I already have the link in the description box of this current video. And if you are watching from my YouTube channel, you will be seeing the link at the top right hand side of your screen right now. So, with that being said, here, let's dive right into the business for today. And what I was able to come up with here is just right in front of us on the 4 hours time frame, where I was able to take into consideration what has been going on in this market since the beginning of the month of June. And one obvious fact that we will see here is the fact that price action has been very, very bullish. And in order to emphasize the strength of the buyers in this particular market, I was able to connect the series of higher lows here to give us, in fact, I have a couple of trend lines here we have been using to guide that bullish momentum all the way to the upside, as you can see here. But our center of focus for today is not really about this trend line that we have here, but the nature of price action in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And one thing you will notice here is that price action was trapped within a range that was between the 1.28500 level, which happens to be the highest point price action has been for this year. I think I'm not sure, but I think that is what it is. And then we had the support line at the 1.2600 area to give us an insight into the level of indecision in this particular market. And in the last couple of weeks, I was able to identify some structures within this range, which has actually helped us in guiding our trading activity during the last couple of weeks here. But one interesting thing that you will notice in this current structure is despite the strong bullish momentum in this market, you will notice that as soon as price action tested the 1.28500 level during the second week of the month of June, we saw significant selling pressure pushing price to the downside. The same thing also happened here on the last trading day of last month, as you can see here. And in the last couple of weeks, we have seen our price action gradually climb back up into the structure. And look at what happened on the last trading day of last week. We saw price action culminate around that area. In fact, we saw some signs of selling pressure around that area again. And what does this tell us based on this current structure? It's a clear sign that sellers are trying as much as possible to negate all attempt by the buyers to break out of this structure, making this level a very, very important area to look at for the upcoming week. And in fact, as a result of this, I was able to identify this level as my key level for this week, as it would help me to determine or guide where price action is likely going to be going for the week. And one thing I'm going to be doing here is to remain patient, waiting for price action to see how price action will be reacting to the zone at the beginning of the week to determine where our next line of action will be. But trust me, I will be with you in the comment section as always to give you updates after monitoring how participants in the market will be reacting to the 1.28500 level during the early hours of the new week. But before I close on this video, I would like to share with you what is going on the economic calendar. As you all know, despite our technical analysis, we of course want to see what is really going on from the fundamental aspect of the market. And by now, you all know how important it is that these fundamental factors often manifest on the chart in technical patterns and price movement. By monitoring the economic calendar, we can easily identify potential correlations between key economic releases and, of course, specific technical patterns. And from the economic calendar for the upcoming week, I was able to spool out a handful of high impact events from both the UK economy and the US economy. So the first high impact event will be coming until Monday, July 10th. And what we have here is the Bank of England's governor who is going to be having a speech on that day. Then we have the claim account change for Tuesday, July 11th. And on that same day, we have the higher low unemployment rate. Then on Wednesday, we have the consumer price index. And of course, on Thursday, we have the producer price index. And on Friday, we have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. So these are very high impactful events that everyone in the market will be looking forward to. And of course, the anticipation of this event will reflect on the chart as price action. And as a result of this, we want to remain patient and see what will go on within this range during the early hours of the week. And trust me, I will be with you in the comment section to give you updates on what I think will happen around this area. If you have found this content helpful and useful in making your independent trading decision for the upcoming week, I will greatly appreciate your support by giving the video a thumbs up. Your likes are valuable to me and helps the algorithm promote the video to a wider audience of traders who may find the material beneficial to them too. Thank you in advance for doing so. And if you haven't already, I encourage you to follow me on this channel for more of this content. By subscribing, you always stay updated with the latest ideas I share and, of course, receive notifications whenever I upload new videos and commentary. See you in the comment section on Monday morning as we get prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Bye bye.